Here in the middle of June 2024. This is the west side of the house here. A hedge planted about 15 years ago has now grown into relatively large trees, and since I started to decorate the edge of the hedge almost 10 years ago, some plants have settled in and others have struggled. Cornus capitata that I grew from seed is blooming for the first time this year and has worked well to produce a good evergreen hedge, while a couple of plum trees here have proved to be not very productive, with flowers maybe too early in the year to properly set fruit. Rhododendron have bloomed well again, but are getting somewhat overgrown by the existing hedge. Some new additions here seem to be settling well, with apple tree planted less than a year, already producing fruit. Honeysuckle has gone a bit overgrown through the shrubs here, but it looks to be a good crop of red currants are developing. Campanula is blooming well along with lemon thyme. Red valerian, which is self-seeded in the gravel area here, are blooming well. Euphorbia has also done well, and probably could do with the old flowers being cut off now to make it look a bit tidier. But I have noticed some birds feeding on the old seed heads, so I'm inclined to leave it a bit longer before removing them. Osmanthus has done well in the shady position, producing good flowers early in the year, while Hebes have suffered in the cold weather, and although blooming now, a lot of the plants have died. Camellia are maturing into good sized plants and starting to flower, after originally being planted almost 10 years ago as just 20 centimetre sized plants. Recently planted thyme is blooming and seems to be settling well in after the euphorbia that was here passed away, and broom also didn't last that long. Ceanothus, which is known to be not very long lived, has continued to bloom well and produce good fragrance and pollinator food. So hopefully it lasts a bit longer. Fleabane is blooming well. Potentilla has also survived well and produced long-lasting flowers. Shrub rose, although somewhat hidden, also provides some nice colour. The Olearia here has grown very big in the shade of an oak tree and provides some good evergreen shelter. Viburnum tinus, also grown on top of a rock almost, is thriving and providing good winter flowers, which are now turning into fruit, but is somewhat shading a Deutzia, which is blooming well once again. Campanula also here are getting lost in the undergrowth. called comfrey. Continues to produce their long-lasting flowers. Another Cornus capitata is in full bloom. Some Herb Robert is flowering. And also another variety of Spirea is in full bloom now. Also producing a good humming sound from pollinators feeding. It's a self-seeded Cotoneaster, which in spite of the flowers being small, seems to be very popular with bees. And overall, the west side of the garden here has developed well.